He's back in it. He's just been thrown a lifeline and he's taken it.
Thank you, frame 8. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
A beautiful Waterford crystal trophy that the eventual winner will pick up on Monday night. And it's a beauty, the original trophy. Stephen Hendry has that somewhere in his house, or usually in your club at Stirling, Stephen. They give you the Gold Cup after winning it 5 times.
Yeah, it was takes pride of place in my snooker room. Fantastic turnout to win the Masters. It was always second on my list before the season started. The World Championship and then this. Top 16 players in the world. Fantastic cueing there. Ronnie O'Sullivan. His long putting today has been phenomenal. For once, it's his positional play that's let him down. Very unusual.
He's at 83% with his long pot success rate, but he was hoping to disturb the black there and reds and somehow managed to avoid it. Any sort of cannon on the reds or the red and black would have been good. And
Ronnie O'Sullivan 3.
so I think he was a little bit disappointed with his previous shot, and he was a bit unlucky to find the gap there, but it's things like that that can just cause Ronnie to lose a little bit of self-confidence. Well, not so much self-confidence it causes him, but just his attitude just seems to change slightly when he makes a few mistakes, and he's his own biggest critic. He expects so much, and we've seen so much from him.
Yeah, you just get irritated by little mistakes. You can. What was that last red in the middle that he missed? It was a little bit reckless. So important in snooker, though, to control your emotions.
7.
Because that can give Ding nothing but confidence to see your opponent doing that.
Eight.
Still not a good chance by any means just yet. The pink may have to go on a black spot. Now let's have a look when the referee Brenton Moore gets out of the way as to whether the pink is also tied up. You can play for the blue without any problem here.
15.
But I think the pink, I don't think it goes in the left corner. He's had a look at that, so it's quite awkward, this. This will need a little bit of sorting out.
White.
Yeah, he'd like to have another go at that last shot, wouldn't he?
Junhui 20.
That's quite clever if he played it that way. He's left the red near the corner pocket and he's covered it, so it makes safety on. Well, that's precision for you there. I'm talking about precision. Is he playing to... Can he see enough to just flick that without going in off? Oh, that is an exceptional safety shot there. This is a pretty good tactical battle here, and he's pulled another good one out there. Hit that much thicker than he intended. It's a chance of a pot for Ding, but you'll have to be a little bit careful with the cue ball. If he plays with just a little touch aside, he might go between the gap of the pink and red here, so he should finish on pink or blue. That'll do nicely.
Eight.
Well, I think that was probably the loudest sneeze I've ever heard in all the years of the Masters. 1,500 people 40. In there, but when you've got to sneeze, you've got to sneeze. That's just developed a couple more reds. I think where Ding has improved also, Stephen, is his temperament. It was suspect for a while, but he seems to have controlled 21. That quite nicely.
Yeah, he's matured a lot in the last 2 or 3 years as a player, as a competitor. Obviously, we talked about the match where he broke down against Ronnie in the
22.
final. But since then, he's become a much stronger person. He was always guilty a little bit of sort of throwing the towel in a little bit, but he never gives up now, and he's looking by far the more confident player now.
Can you believe it? The cue ball, well, it's not going to go in the pocket, but because he forced that, he somehow managed to find the gap. He was hoping to flick the red 28. Next to the black and open things up. Which shows you how you can find a gap like that. Oh, it's a bonus to knock the pink safe. Pink and black out of the frame. 28. 45 points in front. It's a pretty strong favourite at the moment for this frame, but we know the frame can soon open up in a couple of shots. If this goes in, this might just be the occasion. That's a beautiful shot. Within one shot, Ronnie O'Sullivan can suddenly open the game up. That's a terrific long pot, and if this next shot works out, we could have a lot of balls in play here. Have a look at that. Hey, suddenly the game changes with one shot. huge frame under the circumstances. As we said before, he should have gone 5-1 in front. He's took the more difficult of the reds there.
7.
And this is the sort of situation that Ronnie O'Sullivan relishes. We've seen him produce some of his best snooker. And his back's against the wall, and certainly was in this frame.
15. $21. $22.
Just understand that he wanted to be another 6 inches across the table for an easier pink than this. Now this is where the left hand is so useful.
28.
Does he try and take the red cushion here?
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 28.
Okay, the red wasn't a gimme, but this man, with the talent he has with his opposite hand, you just don't expect him to miss this type of shot.
One.
He's got a nice angle to come off the top cushion and bring the white in between those two reds. He's played this perfectly. Absolutely spot on. Couldn't have played that better. Left himself on both reds.
Well, I'm surprised he didn't take the red down the cushion there, because you're never guaranteed to get as nice on that red again. Well, it needs the red ball. Doesn't have to do anything fancy
30.
with the white ball.
Well, the comeback continues.
21. 23.
And it really is a terrific performance from Junhui.
26.
Just a couple of little positional shots has caused the problem, and of course that fluke a few frames back has made such a difference.
35.
It was the best of 11. All of a sudden, it's going to be the best of 3. So what a great comeback from Ding Junhui. 4-1 down. He's now back all square, and it's 4 frames each.
Yes, Dennis, best of 3, gentlemen. And, you know, I think the boys made a very good point in commentary about Ding's character, because 4 years ago he was just a teenager. And clearly that defeat to Ronnie in the final was a major, major dent to his confidence. Much tougher proposition these days, wouldn't you say?
It certainly is, but I have to say, it was a big fluke before. Now it's an enormous one, because he's just got back to 4 frames. I mean, honestly, it was 5-1. This match was over, but he is a tougher character, no doubt about it. His experience, you actually forget how young he was when he was coming to prominence. I mean, we're probably doing him an injustice, really, because in snooker terms, he came way ahead of his time. But he's certainly tougher now, and he's has been thrown a lifeline, got himself back to 4-4, and at the moment, I couldn't really pick a winner.
What do you notice about the way Ronnie's reacted to this comeback so far, particularly in that last contribution?
Well, Ronnie's continued to play his game, and he still looked fantastic amongst the balls, but just the positional play has gone fractionally astray, and he's tried to